Y'all already know, man. It's Culture Talk TV, man, and we want to give a big shout out. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Sister Sarah fried garlic crab. If you're looking for any seafood, the best seafood in the whole county, Sister Sarah's garlic crab. Y'all make sure to tap in.
It's Culture Talk TV. I need you to tap in with us on the hot topics in our city.
What it is, y'all. Y'all already know, man. It's another episode, Culture Talk TV, episode number 39. And it's your host with the most, Tim the Official, Mr. Media Content Man. Tonight's episode is brought to you not only by the number one seafood restaurant in Broward County, South Florida, Sister Sarah's Fried Garlic Crab. You can't forget the number one apparel brand that's in South Florida right now, D1H Apparel. And you can't forget the promotional team, number one promotional team, Street Billboards Promotions. So tonight we have a special guest. This one is special, y'all. So we have a singer, we have an upcoming star, we have Mrs. Money Dreams, Nikki Drea. How you doing?
Hey guys, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's nice to have you.
Nice to be here.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the word, Malcolm Bird? What's on the street?
So I have a lot of big projects coming up. I'm just super excited about, my music journey. So,
right. And before we dive in,
yeah.
I want, because I know you're doing your thing. I know you're out here doing your thing. Yeah, and I know you just dropped some music.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna tap into all that. So
all right.
I want us to do a deep dive. I want the audience to know a little bit about you. So where are you from?
So I was born in Miami, Florida, and my parents are from Jamaica, and I was raised back and forth between Miami and Jamaica, St. Catherine, Linstead area. So yeah.
So what ages? So what age were you back and forth? Like what age was that?
Since I was little. Like I basically grew up in Jamaica.
Oh, so nonstop has been
nonstop.
Like that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So to this day it's like that.
Right.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so tell us a bit about you growing up. What did you do for fun? What's some things you got into as a youth?
Yeah. So I used to play a little bit of soccer. My dad was a professional soccer player. Okay. So, I used to play a little bit of soccer, just on my leisure time. Then I played volleyball in high school. And then music, of course, I was in the chorus, I was in the choir. In church, I used to sing. Okay. I used to, do background singing for different artists. So that was my childhood, just singing and, doing a little bit of athletic leisure.
Okay, definitely. So what is some younger stories that you have from the past that you may be embarrassed about as a youth, just as a youngster?
Oh, Jesus.
What's some stories either here in the States or in Jamaica? Something that's like a crazy story. All right, yeah, this is me.
Okay. So in Jamaica, and I know my family is gonna laugh at this, but in Jamaica, they were playing with this ball. I think it was like a cricket ball. I don't know. But I woke up, I went outside, you know how there's like red dirt and everything on the ground? I was walking outside, and as soon as I walk outside, I just see one ball coming straight to my face and just gave me a black eye. Yeah, so I'm afraid of baseball, all of them things there.
Oh man, traumatized you.
Traumatized.
Oh man. Oh, that sucks. That
Yeah.
sucks. So how many brothers, sisters?
I have 2 sisters and 3 brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you fall in line?
I'm the second oldest.
Second oldest?
Yeah,
okay.
If you count my stepbrother, I'm the second oldest.
Okay. What would your siblings say about you?
They would say that I'm spontaneous, I'm very creative, I'm the life of the party. I'm always getting people to do things and, just making an experience for everybody. So that's what they would say.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Understood. And what would your mom say about you?
She would say I'm a go-getter.
Okay.
I'm business minded. I'm always coming up with different ideas. She likes that, I'm innovative and I put forward a lot of effort in anything that I want to do. So yeah, she would say I'm a go-getter.
What's some things that you would say is different between Jamaica and the States?
The food.
Mm,
The food is different.
okay.
No comparison.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, definitely the food.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, I like that. Okay, okay. So, who do you think has better weather?
uh,
South Florida or Jamaica?
I feel like it rains a lot more in Jamaica.
Mm,
I know that's gonna sound crazy, but I feel like it rains a lot more in Jamaica than it does here. Maybe because it's an island,
mm,
but South Florida,
South Florida.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
Miami.
No, definite, definite,
Hmm.
definite. And where did you graduate from? In the States or Jamaica?
In the States,
Okay,
actually, I just graduated today.
really?
Yeah, I graduated.
Congratulations.
Thank
Hey, that part.
you.
Okay, okay, okay. No, that's what's up.
Yeah, I just graduated with my bachelor's from University of Maryland.
Dang, that's
Yeah,
dope. Salute,
thank you,
salute.
thank
That's
you.
what's up. Okay, so shoot, tell us a little about that. How was that roller coaster?
Oh, okay. So basically, I went to school. Well, I went to college here in the States, and I wanted to go for my bachelor's in biology, but I couldn't pass organic chemistry for nothing. So I said, let me just reroute and go to nursing. So I ended up graduating with a degree, my associate's in nursing.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I love nursing and everything like that, but I have a lot of credits left over, so I need to do something with it. So I ended up going to University of Maryland, and that's where I completed my bachelor's degree with the rest of those classes. So
Mm.
now I'm degreed up.
Dang,
Yeah.
salute,
Thank
salute, salute.
you. Thank
Jeez,
you.
congrats. So
Thank
I was
you.
expecting to hear that. So there and like you said, you just graduated. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
today.
Okay, that part. So it's a special episode, episode 39, and Nikki Dre just graduated. So that's
Yes.
wild. So
Hmm.
congrats to you. Congrats to
Thank
you.
you.
So okay, so let's just do a deep dive into your music history.
Sure.
So what what type of music did you listen to growing up?
A lot of reggae, a lot of dancehall.
Okay.
Um, aside from my dad being a pro athlete, pro
Oh, pro
football
out.
or soccer player,
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
Apart from that, he ended up, also being an artist. So his name is Manley.
Mm.
And he did a lot of reggae and he would sing at different shows as well. And, I just kind of grew up around that. So I remember he brought me like an 8-track one day.
Mm.
He didn't tell me what it was. I just kind of figured out how to use it and I started making beats with like my mouth on a cassette player. And yeah, the rest was history from there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. So, what age did you make your first song?
6.
Wow.
Yeah, 6 years old with that same 8-track. I made the
Really?
beat, yeah, and then I started writing to the songs because my dad used to write. So, and I'm a great writer too. So my dad used to write his own songs and he used to play guitar and everything like that. So I used to kind of imitate that,
Mhm.
and I created my first song at 6 years old.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's
What?
on a cassette, so I don't have it anymore.
Okay. What's it called?
My song, it
Yeah.
was called "I Want to Be a Singer."
Really?
I was 6.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So 6 years old.
Yes.
That's wild.
Yes.
Okay. So from there, what you just knew.
Yeah. I always had a voice. So once my family heard my voice, they put me into like singing lessons. I went to choir. I used to go to, the church and sing as well there with my Miss Brown. She's no longer with us, but she was my neighbor, and she used to take me every day to go to church. Not
Dang.
every Sunday, every day
Jeez.
after school. So I was always, singing and perfecting my talents. And I used to host like talent shows at my house. Like I used to charge everybody a nickel to come to
Stop
my house.
playing.
Yep.
Oh, that's
And
dope.
I used to put on like concerts, not knowing what I was doing at that age,
That's
but I just
wild.
always loved performing.
That's
Yeah.
wild. So you was a little
Yeah.
hustler.
Yeah.
You was a little hustler.
Yep, yep.
Oh man. No, that's crazy. And that's creative though.
Yeah.
Dang. So you that's like the cartoons, you know, when you have the kids and they throwing real big things in their mind,
Mhm.
but that's like what you're really doing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it starts to manifest in real life,
It
those
really
little
did.
things.
It really did.
Nah, that's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope. So then, okay. So now you start making music.
Mhm.
When do you take it seriously, or is it something you always took seriously, or like when did you say, okay, I want the world to hear me?
Okay, so as I got into like my older years, I was like, you know what? I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure if music was gonna make me money because I know it was something that I loved doing, but I wasn't sure if it was gonna actually make money. Like I've never
Right.
seen that side of it before. You know, I felt like my dad kind of did it for leisure. Like I didn't really see like him, booking out stadiums and stuff like
Right.
that. So I'm like, I still have to go to school and do something, outside of that. That's why I picked up nursing, which is also something I love, taking care of people as well. From there, what happened is God kind of told me that you need to take this serious. And I'm gonna get a little personal.
Mhm.
So I did have cancer. I had ovarian cancer
Mhm.
in 2014.
Sorry to
And
hear.
thank you. And I was in the hospital. I was laying down, and I felt like life was gonna end for me. I was like, you know what? This is not gonna. I'm not gonna go anywhere with this. Like life is just pretty much over for
Mhm.
me. And then he did visit me in the hospital, told me I need to keep my faith, and I gave you enough talent for you to, use it. So that was the two things that God told me. Keep having your faith,
Mhm.
and I gave you this talent. You need to use it. Don't waste it.
Yeah.
So when I got out of the hospital, I had that second chance. I'm no longer with cancer. I'm cancer free. Thank you.
Bless.
Much
God is good.
blessings.
God is
God
good.
is
God is
good.
good.
And then from there, I said, you know what? I have to do it because God said to.
Mhm.
So that's where I'm at with it.
Okay, so for you, it's more of it's a calling.
It's a calling.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Okay, so now where does your official music start to come in? That you
hmm
start to let the world to hear. When do you start letting the world hear your music?
Okay. So that was about 2 years ago. I said, I want to really work on my craft. I want to perfect it. And, I want to put out a project. So that's where Money Dreams come from. So I said, let me continue writing because I didn't realize how good at writing music I was until I started my project with Money Dreams.
Mhm.
So
Which is dope.
thank you.
Which is dope. Y'all tap
Yes.
into Money Dreams for sure.
Thank you. But my first single actually was an R&B song. It was called Situation. So I wrote that song, and it was kind of just like a R&B soft touch song. Um, and I played it to other producers, and they were like, "This is really good. You need to continue." So
Yeah,
from there, I started producing more music, and then really honed in on that project, Money Dreams.
that's dope. That's dope. So what let's say what do you have vision for yourself when it comes to music? What do you have, let's say, next 5 years? Where do you see yourself when it comes to music?
I want to do it all. I want to go as far as I can with music. Like I know that God is, ordering my steps. So I want to make sure that I please him in that sense. So I want to be able to sell out arenas. I want Grammys, I want awards. Like I want to, you know, put on shows, showcase shows, also branch out into different atmospheres as well that incorporates my music, like acting, and I just want to do it all.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely.
hmm
And is there any hiccups that you run into being a woman and being in the music industry?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it is a male dominated industry. Let's get that straight. Um, at first, I would say like some people tried to, you know, finesse, being that I'm a woman, they'll be like, you know what, yeah, you should come do this show or you should pay to be on this showcase. But I've been around the industry ever since I was young, so I know, they don't know that, but I
Right, right,
know
right.
that there's other precautions and other things that you have to take, forward or
sure.
take heed in before, they try to trick you into certain things as a woman. So yeah.
Definite.
Right.
Is there any so right now you're doing your thing, you're chasing your
Mm-hmm.
dreams. Is there any, let's say there's a youngster or there's youngsters, little girls, they look at you and they see what you're doing, they love your music,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to follow in your footsteps. What are like tips you would give them to stay focused, stay on the right path
Mm-hmm.
of just chasing their dreams?
Okay. There are going to be times where you feel like your music isn't pushing where it needs to be, but don't stop, because all it takes is one ear to hear and the rest is history. So keep going, keep following your dreams, keep being yourself. Don't change yourself for anything or anybody. Always have your values with you when you're in this industry. Mm-hmm.
Definite. No, that's for sure. That's for sure. So now that you have your degree,
Mm-hmm.
you know, what's the future with that? What do you have planned with that? Is there anything that you have planned, like in that aspect?
Yes.
Talk to us
So
about that.
I look at music as a business.
Mhm.
So I want to be able to monetize off of that. So with the degree that I have, I want to be able to sell different products. I have a skincare line called Vivasi Skincare.
Okay.
I have a clothing line called Vivasi Fashions. And I felt that it was also necessary to take certain courses to know what to do with business and with music as well.
Mhm.
So I kind of educated myself on that aspect and took music courses as well while I was in college. So I want to be able to utilize my degree to push myself forward with my music, with my companies, with my music, with my
Mhm.
business, everything.
No, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
And so you have these multiple businesses now. So
Yeah,
I didn't even know that. So you were really a young hustler back then, and that's really who you are. Okay, so
yeah, that
tell
never left.
so tell us about these brands, these companies you have. Tell us about it.
Okay. So it all started when I used to work with Rick Ross when I was younger.
Mm, wow.
Yeah, I was. I have a lot of surprises. I used to work with him. I think I was like 16 or 17 at the Hip Hop Grub Spot in Miami, and I met a lot of business oriented people. And I worked with Tiffany Coleman, who was his basically, like, she did his clothing and everything like this. He
Okay.
was her fashion designer.
Okay.
So from there, I worked closely with her. She's now today still my mentor, and she kind of taught me some ropes on how to do business and how to operate like on a business standpoint. So that's what kind of pushed me to say, okay, well, I need to make other streams of income as well, alongside music. And I want to use music to coincide with it. So of course my music is going to be in the background of some of the commercials and stuff like that. So yeah, it came from there,
Mhm.
and I saw the business, and I, passionate about helping people because I'm a nurse. So it all just flows together.
Mhm.
Yeah,
No, that's dope. And how important is mentorship, would you say?
very important. I'm also a mentor.
Hmm.
So I mentor little girls at Girl Power. And I feel like it's very important because, it's something that you don't know that you really need. And I didn't know that I was going to meet her, working with Rick Ross. I didn't know any of this. But, learning what I've learned and being around people that are successful, it definitely plateaus you to the next level in your life. So,
Definitely.
yeah.
No, that's for sure. I agree with that for 100%.
Hmm.
So you said you have some stories. So you have run into some celebrities. You know some
Oh,
celebrities.
yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so tell us. Um, yeah, any studio sessions or that have you been in with any artists?
Um, I would say with Grammy Award producing producers,
Mm,
yes.
okay.
Um, I've been on a couple shows with some celebrities,
Mm,
yes. I've been around some celebrities. I've done fashion shows with some celebrities. So yeah, I've been around
Okay,
them.
okay. And like you said, you're in the industry, you're in the game. So
Yeah.
what's some recent run-ins you have had?
Being a casting director.
Uh-huh.
I'm just throwing gems at you. I was a casting director. I was a celebrity casting
That's
director as
okay.
well
That's
because I
wild.
wanted to learn the ins and out of
Oh, you
everything.
out
Like I'm
here.
not playing. So
You out here.
yeah, I worked
Okay.
with Reezy Renegade. I worked with Sexy Red.
Okay.
I worked with um, different people. Khaled
Okay.
on his Blessed Movement, We the
All
Best.
right.
Yeah, so I did a couple different
Cheers.
castings, and I was able to work with some celebrities as well.
Mm-hmm. So you're a full-fledged entrepreneur, man.
Yeah.
You really on your Dougie.
Yes.
You're on your Dougie. Now I salute that. I salute that.
Thank
No,
you.
that's what's up. So when it comes to, and I love that because I ask people what are their thoughts and how can they push youngsters and have them in the right direction and move forward and go for it.
Uh-huh.
But the fact that you're, like you said, already have something, girl power,
Yeah, girl power.
it's already going and moving. That's I commend. I was like,
Thank you.
for sure, because like my main thing, I say this on like every episode, but my main thing is that I have this platform and I love to bring people on that can show people, look, I look like you,
Right.
but look what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm not out here chasing my mind. I'm out here actually chasing goals. You know what I mean? I'm not
Right.
chasing my thoughts. I'm not chasing what you think, they think. I'm chasing what I want to do. I'm chasing my actual goals, and you can do that. You know what I mean? Like you're living
Right.
proof of it. You know what I mean? And you have done so many things
Thank
already.
you.
It's crazy for me to like, cause I'm thinking I'm just gonna talk about one thing, and I've been doing this. So, okay, so how long how long were you doing the casting thing?
I would say since 2020, I used to
Okay.
work with Lashana. I still do work with Lashana Stanley. She's like one of the top casting directors in Miami.
Okay.
So I've been doing it since about 2020, and it's been a blessing. Yeah, it's been a blessing.
What's some crazy outbreaks or some crazy things you have seen just being in the industry? So I'm like, man, that's crazy.
Oh Lord, am I giving away secrets? TV secrets? Okay, so some things that you see on TV are not real. They're, orchestrated to look a certain way. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Nah, dang, that's a gem, y'all. Yeah, pick it up, don't drop it. Nah, but for sure.
Yeah.
That's that's wild. So any stories of people, not to name drop or like to make fun of nobody, but I mean like any stories like, yeah, I was here, I seen Romeo and he tripped or something, like anything.
I mean, they're nothing negative. The only thing I could say, I used to sing with Marcia Griffiths. She's like a legend in reggae, and I used to sing backup for her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I didn't know who she was at the time. But growing up, I was like, wow, I really did a lot of things. And I remember us after the show going into like this room, and there was so many legends there, like reggae legends that I was amongst, and it was just it's a joyous thing. It's
That's
a good thing.
dope.
Yeah.
That's
So it's
dope.
nothing crazy or negative, but those are the stories that I normally live.
No, that's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up. That's what's up. So is there any so what artists did you like grow up listening to? Like what artists do you remember listening to?
Oh goodness, Barris Hammond, Sanchez. Um, I love all different types of music. So I would even listen to Beyonce, um, Afro beats. I used to listen to country. I used to listen to all different genres.
Okay.
The Script.
Okay.
So
That's what's
yeah,
up.
I used to listen to a lot of different things. Of course, I used to listen to MOJITO, dancehall artists as well, and all of those kind of incorporate in what I do now with my music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so what artists gave you the most inspiration, would you say? Or gives you the most inspiration?
Gives me the most inspiration. It's a mixture.
Okay. Top
Yeah. Yeah. I would say Tanya Stevens. I would say Sanchez, and I would say Movado.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope, dope,
Yeah.
dope. If you can, if you can do a feature with 3 artists, who would they be?
Okay.
If you could put them on, if you can get them on Money Dreams album, who would it be?
Okay. I would have to say J.A.
Okay, okay, okay.
Who else? I would do like maybe Spice. I would probably
Okay.
have her on the Scotch Bonnet single,
Dope.
and probably Dexter Daps.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, dope, dope,
Yeah.
dope, dope, dope. No, that's for sure. So, all right, tell us about Money Dreams. How did that come about? Like, what was the theme revolved around that?
I did not grow up rich, right? I didn't grow up poor either, but I didn't grow up rich. And I always loved the the style that my grandmother used to be in. Like she used to be in this classy, fancy style. Like every time I see her, she was just prim and proper. And I was like, she exudes like elegance.
Mm-hmm.
And that type of lifestyle to me is like money dreams. Like I'm
Okay.
like, I want to live that life. Like that's a dream that I want to be in. So that's where the title came from.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also kind of like a mantra. Like I feel like the more that you say it, the more that you hear the music, is the more that that's going to come to fruition. So that's just something that I just wanted to, you know, give to the people.
No, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. So, so how often do you go to the studio? Or like, what? Matter of fact, hold on. What are your studio sessions like? Actually, what are your? Yeah, tell us about your studio sessions. What are those like?
Yeah. Okay. So this is funny. So I don't really go to the studio until I know that I have a project that is complete, right? And so most of the time I'm writing. I have a little studio at home. So basically, I'm just here, writing and getting, my ideas together. Sometimes it just comes to me. Like I'll sleep and I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'm just writing down everything that I need to write down.
Mm-hmm.
That happens a lot, by the way. And so when that happens, I'm like, okay, I'm ready for studio. So I'll probably book out maybe 2 to 4 hours, like a block of hours, and I would work in the studio. My album, however, I slept in that studio.
Really?
Yeah, I was not leaving until I had something, satisfied with like everything.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
what is your sessions like though? Like
Oh,
what?
okay.
Yeah.
They are. It depends on who's there. Sometimes I'm there by myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like in the zone. Like I remember going to the Goat Lab in New York,
Okay.
and we had like blocked out a session, and we were just in there, just vibing, just talking, laughing, and getting more inspiration
Mm-hmm.
to what we should add to the song.
Right.
So sometimes it depends. Sometimes it's like very go mode, like we're just in there, we're gonna get it done. And sometimes it's very chill, relaxed, like we're in there trying to be more innovative, see what else we can add into the song, especially if we're building it up. So yeah, it varies
Definitely.
depending on the studio.
And that's because, like you said though, because you have your music already written down
Yes.
and already ready to go.
Right.
So you don't really go to the studio to like find inspiration and stuff
No.
like that. Okay, understood.
Hmm.
Understood. So your studio sessions are like sniper. I'm in
Yeah.
here. I'm in here. I know what I'm doing. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Got you. Got you.
Time is money.
Understood. Understood. No. I understood. So, were you ever nervous on the microphone, or how does that come about?
Mm, I think like when I go to like a new studio at first, like I'll have to shake the nerves out. Um, but like when I'm performing in front of like a live audience on the mic, no. And I think it's because I've been doing it ever since I've been young.
All right.
Yeah.
So tell us about performing. How was that? How do you like that?
I love it. It's kind of like a rush that I get. So I love getting ready to showcase, what I've been working on. And I've always been, mind you, I've always been in the background of, the entertainment as well. So I used to put shows together and everything like that. So while doing that, it's like it's easy to go on the stage and just, push my best forward
Mm.
and make sure that the crowd is engaged and I'm engaged with the crowd, and just making people happy with music.
For sure.
Yeah.
What do you like more, making the music or performing the music?
That's a tough one. I think they both give me energy.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't choose. They
No,
both get I can't
okay,
choose.
okay,
I think it's all coinciding. Like I think it's all one thing. I don't
okay,
differentiate it,
okay,
you
okay,
know?
okay. Man, so because normally people have one or the other, so you like them both the
I
same.
love them
That's
both.
what's up.
Yeah.
Okay, so when people do features with you, do they also do this song in the studio with you, or do they send it to
I have some that I've done features with in studio, and I love those sessions. I prefer those sessions. But with time and stuff like that, sometimes you would need, especially like other artists to send the music in, so that way we can, get
Right.
all the vocals laid out and then, master it from there.
Not for sure, and
Yeah.
especially if you want to do that overseas music and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's like, yeah, because a lot of artists are scattered all over the place. You may want to do something with somebody in Brazil or Australia.
Right.
It's like, hey, we're not gonna catch no flight, but
Right.
I send you the beat and do your thing. So,
Exactly.
nah, for sure, for sure.
Mhm.
And so, where have you performed at? Have you performed like just in um, the States, in Jamaica, different venues? Tell us like about your performing
Okay.
history.
I performed in Jamaica once, but I was young. I performed in Orlando. I've performed, oh my gosh, everywhere, different states.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't do any shows in New York yet. I only been there like one time. So I plan on doing a lot more shows like up north in New York and everything. But the majority of my groundwork was in South Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said a lot of shows. So how many shows do you think you have? How many stages have you rocked?
A lot of stages. Most
Really?
recently, Mojito in the Sun,
Okay.
which is also coming up this Saturday. Um, I've been to Blue Martini. I've been there several times. I rocked the mic
That's
there.
dope.
Um, I've been on a lot of different stages.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
hmm
And do you like network with the DJs? Or how?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
You know.
I like to get to know a lot of the DJs because they're a vital source in this industry. So I like to, get to know them um and just, go over a couple things with them
Mhm.
and stuff like that because you never know they'll be playing my music or not. So
Yeah.
I like to interact with them when I'm out.
Mm. And how important would you say networking is when it comes to this industry?
It is extremely important.
Mhm.
If you don't network, you don't know what you're doing. You have to network in this industry. Like it's extremely important.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. So like you network. So
Mhm.
tell us like the benefits of it though. The benefits of
Mhm.
networking.
You never know who you will meet. Like for example, I have tons of things that I have going on. So when I meet people, and I network with them, like I'm like, okay, I could probably add you in on this, and that's how people who network think. They're like, you know what? Oh yeah, you know what? I kind of need somebody for this, and give me your information. So networking is very important. I always go to networking events, even if it's like a party, a day party, night party, or anything like that, especially in dancehall industry, you have to network.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. How difficult would you say getting into the dance hall scene is, as far as music wise, being an artist?
For me, it wasn't hard um, because I always believed that I knew where I'm going, and I always have, that source above leading me. So I didn't look at it as something that was challenging. But everyone's different. But for me, I don't think that it was hard at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Understood. No, 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 for sure, for sure. And my mind just went to just to say one more time though, like salutes and congrats on just beating that. So,
Thank
you know what I
you.
mean? Like on just beating that, you got your degree today. So just wanna,
Yes.
all right. So let's go back to dance hall. So, but yeah. So you said it's not difficult to get into the scene. So you would say that for real? Like you
hmm
think that for? I know that's how you feel, but do you think that's how the scene is? Do you think the scene is like that, or it's not like any gatekeepers? It's nothing like, or it's like a free market.
There might be some gatekeepers in the industry. Um, it depends, I guess, if you're a male or female. Probably if you're a male, it's probably a little bit harder, being that it's dominated with men. With women, it may be probably a little bit easier. I honestly feel that it's easier because it's easy for me to network and go and shake hands with somebody that I've never met before. With a man, it's probably like an ego thing. Who knows? But I think overall, yeah, it's probably easier for a woman
Okay.
versus a man.
Not for sure, for sure, for sure.
Mhm.
So you have money dreams out.
Mhm.
You hitting stages, you're making moves. You have a lot going on. You have
Yeah.
a lot of moves that you're making.
Right.
So any um, future play? Well, what do you see your businesses in 5 years?
I see them flourishing. I want to push them to mainstream media.
Mm.
So I want to be able to have them on commercials. I want to be able to be a household name. So in the next 5 years, I see them coinciding with my music. I see a lot of affiliate programs around my business, you know. Um, so I want them to be connected and intertwined with my music. At the same time, I want it to be like clean and innovative and also help everyone that it needs to help, especially the skincare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, definite, definite. And since you have so much going on,
Hmm.
are you looking for independent status with your music, or are you looking to sign to a label? And the reason I ask, because let's just say a lot of artists may go into the game just
Hmm.
being an artist. They
Hmm.
may not have businesses and this going on. So, but you yourself, how do you view your future going into music? Do you want to be an independent artist, or are you looking to do a major contract? Like,
Hmm.
what do you think?
As of now, I'm an independent artist. I don't think that there's nothing that I can't handle right now, as an independent artist. However, I'm not someone that shuts down all opportunities. I'm
Okay.
open minded. So if there's something that comes, forward and it looks good, and we go over the paperwork and everything I'm comfortable with, then I would, pursue that.
So what does look good to you mean? Like what does that contract look like? Let's say a
um,
label says, okay, I have $1 million. I want 50-50. Like what is your breakdown of a good situation?
um, it depends because
You want
my
your
business will also
creativity.
be incorporated as
Mm,
well.
okay.
I do want to. I'm the artist, so I do want to own majority of my masters. I also want to make money off royalties and stuff like that. So it really depends on what is offered. Um, but I don't want to be in a loophole
Mm,
and in a running mill where I can't be a creative.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, it has to really play out for me.
Okay. So you want more so creative power.
Yeah, creative
Okay.
power. Yeah.
Okay. Over you take creative power over the money.
Mm. I mean, I have different avenues, but I wouldn't sell myself that short.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. I hear that. No, I hear that. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So, were you ever in a group, or were you always a solo artist?
I was always a solo artist. I did try to create a group with my cousins, but that was when I was younger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that never went anywhere.
Okay,
um, but yeah, I was always a solo artist.
okay.
Yeah.
So, are your siblings? Are they into music? Do they do music?
Um, my sister's a doctor. My other sister, she's very creative in the arts, so she draws and everything like that. My brothers are in the military, so we kind of have our own different paths. But I do think that if they were to tap into music, I think it's in the bloodline.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. And you said your dad was a pro soccer player.
yeah.
So tell us about that.
He used to play with the Marlies. let me not name the park, but he used to play with the Marlies. And I remember going out there and just watching them play ball
Really?
back and forth. Yeah. And, you know, kind of meeting like their nieces and stuff like that. So um I never realized how special that was, but
Right.
it really is. Like now that I
Right.
think about it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Memories, right?
Memories.
That's
Yeah.
okay. So he played for a team and
hmm
everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
They used to go on tour. I remember they had like a purple jersey. I can't remember the name of them, but they used to go on tour, and my uncles and stuff were involved as well. And
Wow.
they would travel and play at different places.
That's crazy.
hmm
So you know none of the siblings play soccer or
My
like
sister tried, but she's more academic. So,
okay. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
That's wild. So none of y'all hit the field and
No, I mean, I did volleyball.
okay.
Yeah. The reason why I stopped, like, I wanted to play when I was in high school,
Mm,
but I stopped because I felt I was also modeling. And I
okay.
felt that I was going to get injured, like injuries on my legs and stuff. So I'm like,
Mm,
I can't do this because I
mm,
might break something or whatever, because I
yeah.
did have a contract for modeling. So
Okay.
that's why I did volleyball. It was safer. We had, knee pads and stuff. So,
Right, right.
yeah.
You don't have to worry about all that bumping into
Right.
each other,
Right.
getting bruised up. For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did modeling. How was that?
It was good. It stemmed from pageantry. I was Miss Miami Teen in 2004.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that was cool. I got the title as first runner up first, right? Or just runner up. And then something happened with the person that won. They kind of cheated a little bit. And then they wrote a letter and saying you got the title. So
Mm,
by default, I guess. I don't know. But from there, I started modeling, and I got a contract with Model Productions in Orlando. And it was actually two contracts. One was for music because I actually sang as my talent,
mm.
and the second one was for modeling. And the rest was history from there. And I was a teenager, so I used to model with Flow Rider. Like he used to
Really?
have, yeah, they used to have like a huge grand opening for the hip hop grub spot,
Mm.
and all of the celebrities were there, and like they had like different outfits that we could try on and just model up there. So yeah,
Nah, that's dope.
modeling took me somewhere.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah,
And you said you have a clothing
I
line. So
do.
tell us about that.
That's where that stems from too. I was always kind of into fashion because I worked with Tiffany Coleman, Rick Ross's, fashion
Mm.
designer, and she used to have me sketch out different outfits and
Wow.
yeah, and like sew things together. I was always, kind of innovative as far as like making different fashions and stuff like that. So my problem was I didn't know how to incorporate everything. Like I'm like I can do this, I can do that, I do this, I do that, but how do I incorporate everything?
Mm.
And people used to tell me all the time, you can't do everything. You have to pick one thing. And I couldn't that didn't sit right with me.
Mm.
So I was like, I need to find a way to incorporate everything that I love doing and just, you know, level it that way.
No, for sure. So where does the name of the brand stem from? Because I know that that's for two of your companies have the same name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So where does that stem from?
Me and my mom was kind of brainstorming names for the company, and we wanted something that sounded a little bit rich, a little bit elegant,
Mm.
and I just felt that Vivasi was, when you
Mm.
hear it, it rolls
Right.
off the tongue. It's just very, vibrant.
Nah, for
So
sure.
yeah, I had to.
Nah, that's dope. That's
I was
dope.
like, that's it.
Wow, glad. So you just graduated. So
Yeah.
I hate school. So the ones that actually want to do school and they
Yeah.
think that school is dead, is school dead? Would you say it's dead? It's not dead, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I know, like, okay. I know sometimes it's challenging for some people, but just push yourself through it because it's gonna end. Like my whole thought process was like, I have to get to a finish line no matter what. So I didn't want to give up on what I've already started. So once I started it, I said I'm gonna just do whatever it takes to get to the end. And I got to the end.
Okay.
Hmm.
So okay. No, I hear that. I hear that, and congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, not for sure. So, okay, now that you're on the road, you're doing this,
Hmm.
you have a lot going on,
Hmm.
like we said before. So, what's some things that you can shout out to Jamaica? Um, because they just went through what they just went through.
Hmm.
So, do you have like where's your residential location as far as that goes? Like, did you experience damage? Did you experience?
No, not too much. I would say that the family out there, the most damage was probably like maybe rooftops. It wasn't as crazy on our end, more so as it was on the west side of Jamaica. So, it was like I still helped out, still sent down packages. I worked with Global Empowerment Movement, and we packed up a lot of, utilities, a lot of boxes and everything to get over to Jamaica the moment that it happened. Um, so I was in their warehouse, like sweating and
Yeah,
getting things out there. But it was devastating of the things that happened. But I know that Jamaica is strong and they will build back.
no, for sure,
Yeah,
definitely. I seen a lot of parts start to get their power back, so I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, it's
No
definitely,
water. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
So what do you think's up with this weather? It's crazy.
I don't know. Maybe global warming is real. I don't know.
Man,
It's been a lot of crazy weather lately, so that's the only answer I could
it's,
think of.
this weather's been wickedly
Yeah,
crazy. It's like I don't know. To be honest with you, I really don't know.
yeah.
It's to the point where I'm just nervous and just like TikTok. Like when is it like seriously? Because it's like it's
Yeah,
hitting everywhere. It's like everywhere is getting hit by
that's true.
horrific weather. And it's
Yeah.
like I don't know if you've seen, but Washington and Oregon just got hit. Like I think yesterday by like some crazy. I think it's called uh Aerial River or something like something like
Oh
where
wow.
yeah a bunch of water just came down. So now
Oh
Washington and
wow.
Oregon they evacuated. They have to
Wow.
evacuate,
I
yeah.
haven't heard that.
And it's but
Wow.
that's what I'm saying. It's so crazy because there's so many things happening at the same time. It's like who can keep up with all of this?
Mm,
So we just got to keep our head up.
that's true.
Keep it strong for everybody else. I mean,
Mhm.
honestly, like that's literally our goal is to keep it strong for the ones who's weak. You know what I mean? We got to stay
Mhm.
strong for them. You know what I mean?
I
Get them
agree.
hope.
That's true.
So it's like, cause man, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Ah. So yeah, so you told us about your inspirations
Right.
when it comes to music. Um, what do you plan to be? Okay, what legacy do you plan to leave behind? Because I know you have things that you have going on, but what
Mhm.
legacy do you want to leave behind? Would you say?
My
They just want the
music.
world to know.
I want I want my music to be something that lasts, you know? Um I make music with emotion, I make music with a vision. So I want my music to be able to still be there to the point where, like Michael Jackson, like I want it to be something that people can say, "Oh, wow, that was somebody that was, that touched the culture."
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. You want to leave an impact.
Exactly.
Okay, nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. And so you want to be, you want to leave an impact. You want to leave a legacy.
Hmm.
And what's something that you want the world to know about you that they don't know about
I guess I could say that I'm gonna be great. Like I know, people are seeing me just now and just learning about me, but I am going to be great. So it's like I'm going to be touching different stages, different cultures. Like I'm pushing for the top. Like there's no limit for me.
you? Okay. I love
Hmm.
that confidence. I love the
Thank
confidence
you.
because the world is yours,
Thank
honestly.
you.
So, no, that's what it's about. Making those steps, making those goals, rocking those stages, you
Hmm.
know. Um, and like you said, networking is key. Building that network. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, Have you run into any artists that you rock with down here, like that aren't mainstream, like maybe some underground artists you may run into that you rock with?
Yeah, there's a couple people. Lil Yellow, I did a feature with him before. Um, I've worked with different underground artists. I believe C1 the God, Sion. There's a couple artists that are really, just starting, but they're pushing themselves.
Right.
So, I like seeing that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. You like seeing people hungry, you like seeing that
Yeah.
hunger.
I like seeing
That's
that.
what's up. That's what's up. So now for sure. So what gives you motivation now though to make music to this day?
God. I have to keep going back to God because that's my only sole thing. Like I'm connected in that sense where I feel like this is something that I have to do. I didn't realize how important it was to create music, not just for myself, but for other people. And I want it to be healing. I want it to be impactful and meaningful. So God is my drive.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You think of music like a time, like a time capsule, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could just you leaving it, and it could always be passed down. It could always be passed down. It could
Exactly.
always be passed down.
Exactly.
And you're gonna know who I am through my music. You
Exactly.
know what I mean? I
Mhm.
rock with that. I rock with that. Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So let let them know where they can find you.
Okay.
Let them know your platforms.
Mhm.
Let them know what you just dropped. The album, the name of the, plug it in. I want them to know the
Okay.
name of the album. What's the name of
All
the
right.
album?
Okay, so my album is Money Dreams by Nikki Drea. It's
Mhm.
on all streaming platforms. You can also follow me on all social media platforms, Nikki Drea, Nikkidrea. And I did just drop a new single called Mojito, and it's in reference to Mojito in the Sun, which is coming, soon. What is it? On Sunday. Yeah, Sunday,
Really?
this Sunday on the 14th.
Okay.
So
Sheesh.
yeah, I'm also going to be at Copper Blues. I'm going to be performing alongside Waggy T. That's down in Doral, Copper Blues on the 27th of December. So come check me out as well. And yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So now I definitely appreciate you coming through.
Thank
It was
you.
definitely a pleasure. We need to have you back.
Of
So,
course.
we're gonna tap in with you, see
Hmm.
what's going on with you down the road. But we're gonna have Money Dreams link in the bio. Y'all make sure to tap in to that. Tap into her new single with Mojito.
Mojito.
Yeah, tap into her new single she just dropped, Mojito. Link will be in the bio. We're gonna put all the links in the bio. Y'all tap in for real to what she got going on. But it's
Yes.
definitely a pleasure to meet you. Definitely a pleasure to have you on the platform.
Thank you.
Salute to you for having so much going on. Salute to you getting your degree today.
Thank you.
Congratulations on that. But y'all make sure to tap into Nikki Drea, Mojito, Money Dreams. Y'all tap
Yes.
into all the links. The links will be in the bio. You guys already know this has been episode number 39, Culture Talk TV, Nikki Drea.
Yes.